Hello, everyone. I'm Olia. Welcome to our webinar. It's the webinar Kanbanchi for maximum team performance. And today we'll learn how to work with Kanbanchi, how to build an efficient workflow, and what value can Kanbanchi bring to your business. This webinar will be recorded, so please feel free to share this link that you used to join the webinar with your colleagues and probably watch it later if you don't have time to do it right now. So I'm sharing my screen so that you can see Kanbanchi, and we are going. So now you can see Kanbanchi website, and probably some of you have already been here. Here you can read more about Kanbanchi and how it's integrated with G Suite. Also, you can use this as a start point to sign up and register in the application if you are a newcomer. And I'm clicking this sign in button and I will be redirected to the application itself. And just because I'm already the user of the application, I have the list of my boards here, and boards usually represent projects that you're working on. So if you are a newcomer, you will be asked to grant several permissions to access your Google account. This is needed because Kanbanchi is integrated with G Suite, and all you need to sign up and log in future is your Google account, and we are tightly connected with the Google Drive. I will explain this in depth later. So I'm already logged in and I see the list of my boards. If you are a newcomer, you will not see any boards here, but you will always see the plus button that allows you to create a new board. So this is what I will be doing right now. And now this is the creation process, and soon we'll see the new board. For those of you who are familiar with Kanban methodology, this is the plain Kanban board with three lists: to do, doing, and done. The simplified workflow, and you can fill your lists with cards. Cards typically represent tasks that you're working on. So I will just put task 1 and task 2 here just to show you, and you can drag and drop cards to move them along the workflow stages. So now we are doing tasks and probably we are done with tasks. Also, you can mark cards as done. This is the fresh Kanban board that you can feel and adjust to your workflow. So probably when you fill it with your personal tasks or with your team tasks, with your department tasks or company tasks, it will look more complex. I will show you how it may look like. Probably something like this. This is the board that's already filled with cards and different properties applied. So you can see the pictures attached, files attached, people assigned, and so on. So this is the more complex board than the plain one, and it has different workflow stages. This one is the demo board, but it's based on our content creation process. So it has the ideas list where we put all our ideas about our Kanbanchi content. And then there is the research writing stage, the stage called on hold, probably some tasks that are on hold right now. And then the ready content and the published content. So these are the workflow stages. Probably your workflow is a bit more different, and it's understandable, but Kanbanchi is very flexible, and you can adjust the tool for your own workflow stages. Probably it may look like this one, where lists represent people or departments, for example. And here you can list the tasks for people or departments. Also the column for done tasks, you may choose to have it or not. You may either mark cards as done or put them in a special list. Or probably you're working in monthly or weekly sprints. So here you can see the backlog and then the sprints like December, January, February, etc. Or weekly sprints, like the first week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Again, whatever you want, whatever is common is in your company, in your team. Um, Let us go back to the demo board. It's built especially for the webinar, and it has probably all the properties that we have in Kanbanchi. So the core of the app is collaboration. Of course, this is the online board where many people can work at the same time. Everything happens in real time. As you can see right now here, this is my user picture. I'm Olga, and it shows my name and it shows my picture, my face here. And here we have the settings for user. And here you can see another picture. This is my colleague Amanda, and she is already on the board right now. So she's working on the board doing something, and I can see that she's currently present on the board. So about the collaboration, you can collaborate with any people within your company, within other companies, in the same domain, in other domains. This is similar to Google Drive settings. This is the share button, and it opens the Google Drive sharing settings. It looks familiar for those of you who are G Suite users, and here you can just type your colleague's email and also look whom the board is shared with. So this board is shared with all my colleagues with team accounts. You can see different permissions. They are the same as in Google Drive, so people can be owner of the board. They can edit, comment, or view the boards. So this is about the team collaboration, because Kanbanchi in its core is built for collaboration. And let me explain some properties of the cards briefly. Here you can see the title of the card, which is tasks. Usually cards represent tasks, so this is the name of the content that we want to create. Also, you can add description. You can add priorities for your cards from low to critical. You can assign your cards to your teammates. So here you can see this task is assigned to 4 people. You can set start and due dates for your tasks. You can show them on the Gantt chart, and I will explain this feature later. You can add checklists. For example, if you have several steps to perform the task, you can add checklists, and then you can see the progress, like this card is 50% done, and if I mark another item, it will be 75% done. You can add tags. It's up to you to create your own tags within your company, and you just go ahead, type the tag, and it will appear here. And also you will see the list of all the available tags that are already on the board. You can attach files from your Google Drive, from your computer, from your team drives if you use them. So upload any types of documents, pictures, spreadsheets, presentations, whatever else you may have in your Google Drive, videos, anything. Basically, any files can be attached to Kanban boards. Also, the comment section will show you what your colleagues has written about this task, probably some questions, some ideas, something that has been done, whatever else. Again, it's up to you. It's for collaboration, it's for communication, everything is transparent. So if you have a question, just type your comment on the task and be aware that your team will receive your comment, your question, and they will react. They will reply to you, they will help you with the task, and so on. Um, okay, also on the card, there are different tabs like timing tab, and again, I will tell you more about this feature later, and the activity tab that shows all the actions that has been performed on this card, and it shows who did what on this card. For example, like this action was performed by me. I edited the start date and due dates and anything else, like all the history is here. Just scroll down to understand who's been working on the card, who has made some changes, and so on. Here is the very useful feature, and it's called subcards. I've explained you the checklist, but probably sometimes you need to create subcards because the tasks may be complex and they need to be split into several tasks, and probably you don't want to assign 4, 5, 10, 20 people to the complex task. Right here, you can see that 4 people are assigned on one card, and sometimes it's not convenient for checking the progress. So probably you may prefer to create several subcards. And I will switch to another card, which is the Epic card. The Epic card contains several subcards. So here you can see the crown mark, which means that the card is the Epic card, and it has 6 subcards shown here, and you can easily switch between subcards and the Epic cards. I'm just clicking on the subcard and I'm inside the subcard. Then I'm clicking here on the Epic and I go back to the Epic card. So it's very easy to check the progress. It's very easy to control the process, and it's very easy to understand who's working on the particular part of the task, for example. Um, again, I want to emphasize that Kanbanchi core is collaboration, and that's why everything happens in the real time. So if I'm working on the task and I'm making changes to the card, my colleagues will be notified about that and they will receive notifications. Of course, you can set up notifications in the board settings. Here is the section for notifications. You may choose to have different types of notifications like email notifications or in-app notifications, and also you can choose to be notified about all cards or only cards that are assigned to you, or probably about cards that you watch, that you need to watch, that you need to understand the progress. So here you can see that I've chosen the in-app notifications, and most of our colleagues use in-app notifications. So again, if I'm doing something on the card, probably let's choose one. Oh yes, this one. And probably I would like to assign someone. I will assign our team account because I have the access to the team account. So I'm clicking and I've assigned this card to Kanbanchi team. You can see this in the activity. So Olga assigned Kanbanchi team. And if I switch to the team account, here in the user settings, you can switch between accounts if you use multiple Google accounts. I'm switching to our team account, and we will receive the notification that Olga assigned the team account to Kanbanchi card. So it's loading, and here you can see that the notification bell shows 2 notifications. So this one was from the past webinar, I think, and this one is from this current webinar. Here you can see that this account was notified that I've assigned the card to this particular account. Okay, we can actually stay in this account. They're the same. They have the same level of access. Um, so this is the basic, the core functionality of Kanbanchi, the Kanban board, and everything about collaboration. Everything is transparent, as you can see. Everything is evident, and all the changes happen in real time. Of course, if you have different departments and probably you have many people on working on the same project, you will need more complex features, more advanced features. One of the features that are from the advanced level is the Gantt chart. Here you can switch between different views. So I'm switching to the Gantt chart view, and you can zoom in and out for better view. You can always go to present date. So here on the Gantt chart, you can see all your tasks in chronological order. So these are tasks that we need to perform. Green bars are cards that are already done, and here you can see it's marked as done. And blue bars stand for cards that are in progress and their due date hasn't yet come. And the overdue bars, overdue tasks, they are obvious, these red signs, overdue, you will never miss them. The purple bars stay for the epic cards. And if you want to change the start or due date, it's very easy on the Gantt chart. Just drag the edge of the bar, and here you can see the start date is changing. The same is about the due date, or both. Just drag the bar, the whole bar, move it, and you can see the start and due dates are changing. Also, probably you've noticed the arrows. The arrows stand for dependencies. For example, if I will click to this card on the left panel, you will see here that uh, this card has predecessor, and the type of the dependency is finish to start, which means that you need to finish the first task to start another one. And let me close this panel. So the arrow is blue, which means that the dependency is correct, because you can see this one ends this task, and then you may start the second one. But if I will move it, for example, here, you see that the arrow turns red, which means that the dependency is not correct, because you can't start this task before you finish this one. And so you can choose what view will be the main view for you, particularly for your department, maybe, because the Gantt chart may be useful for those people or departments more focused on project management or resource management, because you are more date sensitive, time sensitive, and you need to see the whole strategic overview, the whole picture. You need to understand exactly what's going on and what tasks, what probably the order of the tasks. And all the views are integrated. If you change something on the Gantt chart, the changes will be reflected on the Kanban view and also on the list view, which is the third view that we have. And the list view is kind of simple and kind of traditional view. It's just the list of all the tasks that you have on Kanban board and in this project. So in the settings, you can choose what properties you want to see on this list. Well, basically, it's the table, um, because you have different properties here. You can choose to see them or not, like tags, name, starting due date, related cards, progress, and also there is the compact view because sometimes you have so many tasks that you need to scroll down to see them all. And this view may be used for sorting tasks because you can sort them by clicking on the list names, the column names. For example, you can sort cards by priority, by list name, start or due date, even checklists and attachments if it's important in your particular workflow. Um, and let me switch back to the Kanban view and explain you another feature that we have, which is the time tracker, which may be useful for time-sensitive tasks or people departments. So if I'm clicking on the card, I will see the timer and I can start the timer and it will be going. So I will be working on the task. And when I'm done, I'm just stopping the timer and I can edit the time or not. I can save my progress. To edit the time, I will use the special format. H stands for hours and AM stands for minutes. And also I can add the comment like working hard, which I'm doing right now, I believe. So I'm saving my progress and it will appear in the comment section. Here you can see that my comment, Kanbanchi team, because I'm now under my team account. Uh, Here you can see working hard. And as I promised you to show the timing tab shows the overall progress. So the total time spent on this task is 6 hours, 40 minutes. And here you can see that Jason spent 3 hours, 45 minutes, and Kanbanchi team account spent 2 hours and 55 minutes. And also all the comments with time are here. Again, this is the advanced feature and may be useful for time-sensitive teams. Another one is small, but very, very, very useful for those who are on the go. If you go to the board settings, you can see the email. All these symbols is one email, and this is the email of your board. So if you copy it and then go to your email client, I'm going to Gmail because I'm using Gmail and you can use any other email client. So I'm inserting here the board email. Also, you can save it to your contact, put to your contact list and then send cards to your board. So the subject will be the title of the card and I will put card from email just to show you. And the description is the body of the email, the description. And also you can attach files to your email. So I'm clicking send and go back to the board. Cards arrive every 30 minutes and they will appear in the first list. They will appear as the first card. You don't need to refresh the board because, again, I will remind you that everything happens in the real time. Just need some time for card to arrive. And while it's coming, I will tell you more about the G Suite integration. So all you need to log in is your Google account, and Kanbanchi is tightly integrated with Google Drive because it's actually like a part of Google Drive. Let me switch to the drive and show you. When you install Kanbanchi, it creates a folder in your Google Drive named Kanbanchi. Everything will happen inside this folder. So we don't have access to your documents. It's very secure and your documents will stay as will stay where they are. We don't have access to them. So everything is here in Kanbanchi board, in Kanbanchi folder, sorry. You will see the folders inside this folder named after your boards. This is the demo board we are currently at. So if I'm going inside the folder. Here is the board itself with the Kanbanchi sign. So the boards are files in your Google Drive, and here are the folders for backups, because you can create backups, and for assets. Here you will see all the attachments that you upload from your computer. If you attach files from your Google Drive, they will stay where they are. For example, if this attachment stays here in my Drive root, and I will attach it to the demo board, it will stay in my root folder where it is. And Kanbanchi doesn't have access to this file. It has only the link to this file. Okay, here is our card. It has already arrived. Card from email. As you can see, the description here, and also it has the tag, the special tag from email. You can remove it or leave it as you wish. This feature may be useful for those who are often on the go, and you may just email your ideas to your board. When you're later at the computer, you can sort them out and apply different settings and add descriptions, more details, tags, attachments, whatever else, assign people to these cards, and so on. Okay, so Kanbanchi in its core is the Kanban board made for collaboration. And at the advanced level, it has integrated Gantt chart and the list view. And it's all integrated with your Google Drive. It's connected to your G Suite. This is the overview webinar, so I just can't share everything that's connected. For example, the logo is connected with your G Suite settings, and it comes from your G Suite settings. The permissions also come from your G Suite settings. And Kanbanchi is built on Google Cloud Platform, which makes it very secure, and all your files that you attach stay in your Google Drive. And again, this is the high level of security. Kanbanchi is easily scalable to the whole domain level, and it happens on the G Suite level. It happens with the help of your G Suite administrator. And Kanbanchi has different plans, and it's very flexible. If we go here to the pricing page, you will see that we have a starter and professional plan, and they have different features, and you can combine them. You can have people on starter plan and people on professional plan, but they can collaborate on the same board, and they will have different set of features suitable for their needs, for their work roles, for example. But they can collaborate together on the same project, and they can still be online on the same board. So it's very easy to sign up. We have 30 days trial, the whole month to try the tool and to understand if the tool is suitable for your needs. Okay, I'm going back to you. Hello again. So this is the basic overview of Kanbanchi, and of course, I suggest you to try the tool, in work, to try the tool on your work projects, to understand if it covers your needs, how it suits to your team. Is it okay for you to collaborate in Kanbanchi? And if you have any other questions, if you want to adopt Kanbanchi, please email me or our support. My email is olga@kanbanchi.com, spells olga@kanbanchi.com. So I will be more than glad to answer your questions and to help you to adopt Kanbanchi in your team. Um, well, thank you very much for your time. So I hope that this 30 minutes were useful, and Again, please feel free to reach out and to email me and share this link with your colleagues to watch this webinar as well. Thank you. Goodbye.